Hi, good morning. This is Dr. Selva Muthukumaran from Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Chennai, India, and also a visiting professor of Haramaya University, Ethiopia. It's my proud pleasure to be here to talk about the nanotechnological approach for developing functional treats by enriching with phytosterols in this sweets and snacks event. And I am very much delighted to share my PPT slides and also explain about the various things. So let us go in deep. What do you mean nanotechnology? Just a moment. I will share my slides with you and I will start up explaining the things. Yeah. Yes. Now the topic of today's discussion is nanotechnology for next generation functional treats, that is commercial application of phytosterols. Let us study what do you mean by nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is an engineering, science, as well as the technology which may deals about the particle size that range from 1 to 100 nanometers. Shortly, the nanotechnology can be called as nano-tech, and it is used to divide the atoms, molecular and supramolecular scales, which is meant for industrial use. By using this nanotechnology, we can divide or we can manipulate the atoms, molecules into very few nanometer scales. Thereby, we are adhering or we are changing the or we are improving the particular properties, say it may be whether it may be thermal properties or physical properties, so that we can achieve the functionality of the particular product. According to NNI, that is National Nanotechnology Initiative, United States, they defined nanotechnology as an matter manipulations with the dimensions which can range from 1 to 100 nanometers. That means we can divide each molecules or the atoms into very sub particles, which ranges from nanometers to few micrometers. This is the basic definition of nanotechnology. Now, my today topic of discussion is phytosterols, because phytosterols is an functional additives. Okay, I am going to discuss about the formulation of chocolate by enriching with phytosterols with the help of nanotechnological approach. So let us see first what do you mean by phytosterols. These phytosterols are also known as the plant sterols, and they are naturally occurring in plants. And if you see the structure of phytosterols, they are similar to cholesterol and they are found in the human beings. And sometimes we can found majority of the phytosterols which may comes from the natural sources like fruits, vegetables, whole cereals, nuts and seed oils, bran oil, mushrooms, lentils, soya beans, pulses and legumes like soya beans. These phytosterols are meant for fortifying with several commercial food products like juices, yogurt, breakfast bars, salad dressing, and margarine. Sometimes these phytosterols, which are available in pills forms in the healthy grocery shops and stores, and sometimes in retail pharmacies. Now let us see the health benefits of phytosterols. If we talk about the health benefits of phytosterols, it has got a lot of health benefits. First, mainly if you talk about phytosterol, it has got cholesterol lowering properties, mainly LDL cholesterol. What do you mean by LDL cholesterol? That is nothing but low density lipoprotein cholesterol. Some of the lipids that may bind with the protein and they may form LDL, low density lipoprotein cholesterol. So these levels will be reduced if we consume or if you include phytosterol rich foods, if you consume on a daily basis. It is proven that several scientific studies reports that blood cholesterol level can be reduced up to a maximum level of 10 to 11% if the consumer is consuming at the rate of 2 to 3 grams of plant sterols through dietary sources per day. So it is already proven one. So now let us talk about the health regulations. Various regulatory bodies like Food and Drug Administration, Health Canada, and European Food Safety Authority. They also, based on the scientific survey collected and reported studies, they conclude that these sterols will exhibit or reduce cholesterol, blood cholesterol, and thereby reducing the risk of coronary heart diseases. In addition to that cholesterol lowering properties, it have got several other functional benefits or health benefits, like to mention a few. It has got anti-cancer activity, it has got antimicrobial activity, it has got anti-polymerization activity, it has got antioxidant activity, it has got anti-inflammatory activity, and it has got anti-atherosclerotic activity. Now let us see the mechanism of cholesterol prevention. Suppose we are consuming the foods which are rich in phytosterols. How the cholesterol is prevented, that I am going to explain now. Suppose when the food enters, this sterol-rich foods enter into the body, mainly in intestine, it will compete with the cholesterol which are already deposited in the intestine, and it will form the micelles, so that these micelles are easily, these cholesterols are readily hydrolyzed, so that further absorption will be prevented. Okay, so that cholesterol absorptions will be reduced, and I am going to show some illustrations in next slide so that very easily you can understand. See, now you can see the intestinal wall, and that orange color globules which indicates the presence of cholesterol, and in bloodstream you can see lot of cholesterols are being absorbed and deposited. The first picture is before taking plant sterol, condition of the cholesterol level before taking sterol rich foods. The next diagram is the after taking plant sterol rich foods through dietary sources. You can see the green globules which indicates the plant sterols. These green globules will compete with the orange globules, and further it will prohibit the absorption of cholesterol. As a result, only both will compete with each other, both the globules will compete with each other. As a result, less cholesterol will be absorbed into the bloodstream. So this is the mechanism of sterol in reducing the blood cholesterol level in the human body. Now let us see the sources. So these are the pictures. Here you can see the milligram total phytosterols which are represented in milligram per 100 gram. Among the various pictures, wheat germ which recorded the highest phytosterol content, that is 344 milligram per 100 gram, followed by the, you can see the wheat, buckwheat flour, as well as muesli recorded very low, that is 63 milligram per 100 gram of phytosterols. So wheat bran also contains more phytosterols, that is 200, which comes second rank. First one is the wheat germ, 344 milligram per 100 gram. Second one is the wheat bran, that is 200 milligram per 100 gram. Third is the, you can see the buckwheat flour, that is 99 milligram per 100 gram. Fourth is the whole wheat, that is 86 milligram per 100 gram. Followed by fifth one is the muesli, that is 63 milligram per 100 gram of plant sterols. Now let us study about the presence of sterols in nuts and seeds. If you take the nuts and seeds possess very high sterol activity compared to cereals, fruits and vegetables. Sesame, you know very well, sesame, black sesame is available, white sesame is available in certain countries. These sesame which recorded very highest sterol content of 360 milligram per 100 gram, followed by pistachio nuts, that is 276 milligram per 100 gram, and pumpkin seeds 265 milligram, and almonds 183 milligram, and the hazelnuts 138 milligram per 100 gram, and finally the walnuts 113 milligram per 100 gram of phytosterols in the natural diet sources. And compared to cereals, compared to fruits and vegetables, cereals, nuts and seeds recorded the highest phytosterol content present in the food. Now, so since I told the sources of phytosterols and health benefits, cholesterol lowering properties, now let us have a mind-blowing session on how to extract the phytosterols. what are the various technologies involved. Okay, slowly we are entering to the nanotechnological things. So first we are going to extract, before fortifying, we need to extract the phytosterols which are present in the various natural food sources. Say example, you can take the richest source of wheat bran or wheat germ, germinated wheat. That will be the raw material. And here we are going to extract using supercritical carbon dioxide. So what is the supercritical carbon dioxide? Supercritical carbon dioxide, here at particular stage, your CO2 gas will be converted into liquid state, and which helps to extract the solvents. The major advantage of using supercritical CO2 is there won't be no any chemical residues which are left over in the final product, and it has got good penetration power. The extraction rate of phytosterol content will be more, and cost wise somewhat it is manageable. Commercial units are available. The food industries, those who are planning to prepare the phytosterol rich products on commercial level, they can adapt to this technology like supercritical CO2 extraction. The units are readily available. You can go ahead with this unit and you can install this unit so that you can extract the phytosterols content which are present in the natural food sources like cereal brands, cereal wheat germs and all. Here we are using the fluid CO2. The fluid CO2 may enter into the extraction tank and it will touch with the abstract. It will get mixed up with the ingredients, raw materials, and it will leach out to the phytosterols which are present in the wheat germ. And here at the main advantage of using, here we are doing two-stage extraction process. In the first stage extractions, we are using 70 bar pressure and very low temperature. The main advantage of using supercritical CO2 extraction is we are using very, very low temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. And in the second stage extractions, after completion, again we are using high pressure with higher temperature, slightly higher temperature, say 246 bars with 40 degrees Celsius to extract somehow leftover residues of phytosterols in the wheat germ material, so that 100% extraction is achieved. So in the next, I'm going to show about the illustrations. You can easily understand. Pump through pump, we are compressed CO2 we are sending to the extractor tank, which is made up of stainless steel. This extractor tank, we are feeding the raw material, say wheat germ, 5 kg, 10 kg, whatever the materials you want to extract, you can feed, and you can pass the compressed CO2 inside. And here the extractions will take place at 70 bar pressure, first stage extractions at particular temperature, say 30 degrees Celsius. Again, there is another tank separator. Then it will move to the extractants will move to the separator. Here, the residue containing extractants will move to the separator. Here, the things got separated. That is, your extractants containing phytosterols and residue got separated, and the CO2 is again, liquid CO2 is again recycled back, and gaseous CO2 is separated out. Once again, it is compressed and recycled for its use. So these are the main advantages of using supercritical CO2 extraction. It has got good penetration power. It has got good diffusivity power. Okay. Now we will go to the next slides. So this is the commercial unit of supercritical extraction unit, where we can achieve 100% extraction of phytosterols. So now we comes to the micro encapsulation techniques. So now we have extracted the phytosterols. Now comes to the micro encapsulation technique. It is a process in which here the nanotechnological approach starts. Okay, micro encapsulation techniques. Everybody might have know about the day-to-day life. We are consuming tablets that is prepared by using micro encapsulation techniques. It is just like a tablet, or it may be in the tablet form, capsule form, or in the powder form, where the bioactive ingredients are kept inside. It is surrounded by some coating material, mainly to protect the degradation of bioactive ingredients. That is known as microencapsulation technique. Let us see the definition of microencapsulation. It is a process in which the tiny particles or the droplets which are surrounded by coating to give the small capsules which has got useful properties. Okay. So here we are reducing the nanotechnological bigger molecules we are going to divide or subdivide into smaller molecules, which is less than 30 microns, so that we can, why we have to divide the particles by using nanotechnological approach? Mainly to increase the physical properties, to increase the functional properties, to increase the flowability, to increase the solubility of the powder, to increase the functional, to increase the bioavailability, to increase the controlled release. These are the major advantages of, okay, using the microencapsulation techniques. These microencapsulations can also be used to enclose solids, liquids, or gases inside the micrometric wall, which is made up of hard or soft soluble films, so that we can prevent the degradation of bioactive components. Now you can see the diagrams. Center is the core particles, which is coated with the polymer film materials, that is outside layer that, or the internal layer, that is known as cell, that can be called as, you can see the active ingredients at the center, that is your phytosterols, which is being coated with the polymeric materials, which are surrounded by the small nanostructured particles. Here we can use the polymers like alginate, okay, so that, which is sodium alginate, which is commercially used, so that we can increase the functional properties. The coating materials which are generally used for coating are ethyl cellulose, polyvinyl alcohol, gelatin, sodium alginate, all these things. You can see that it is being sprayed and the active ingredients, again wetting occurs, then spreading, then the particle is fully coated, so that the core material, your phytosterol, is highly prevented to thermal degradation and all. And we why we have to do microencapsulation? What are the reasons for doing microencapsulations? There are a lot of numerous advantages. It is mainly used to increase the stability of the food products. It facilitates the controlled release of the contents. It helps to retard the evaporation of volatile components, and it also helps to protect the degradation of phytosterols, multivitamins, and the antioxidants during processing of chocolate manufacturing. So these are the advantages of nanotechnology. So here there are wide variety of microencapsulation techniques are available. Here we are going to choose spray drying. The spray drying is one of the microencapsulation nanotechnological method. Here the main advantages of spray drying is we can handle label material, okay, in a short period of time. Okay, the material that we are going to dry, the extracted material, by using the supercritical CO2 extraction, that is phytosterol extracted material, that is being coated or mixed up with the sodium alginate, and we are going to spray dry it, so that the contact time will be very less, and we will get in the form of fine powders, and these powders we are going to incorporate into chocolate. Here now I will tell what are the various spray drying conditions that we are going to use. So these are the various general processes which are involved, like concentrations. We are going to concentrate by using the evaporators. We can concentrate. Okay, so supercritical CO2 extracted phytosterol extractants will be there, that we are going to mix with the sodium alginate, and we are going to make it in a slurry form, that we are going to concentrate in an evaporator to increase the total soluble solids. Then next process is the atomization. It is a process that we are going to spray this slurry in the form of fine mist, so that when it falls through the chamber, drying chamber, which is internally heated by higher temperature by passing the hot air blow. Okay, I will next slides I will explain the diagram, so that within the fraction of minutes or the seconds, okay, because heat and mass transfer quickly takes place, and we will get the dried powder, and these powders are separated by cyclone separator. So I will be showing the next diagram. This is the figure or the illustrations of spray dryer, concentrated product, that is your supercritical CO2 extracted phytosterols slurry. We are passing through the atomizer. Atomizer is kept on the top. It is being sprayed in the form of mist. Spray drying chamber is internally heated by air, and finally the product will fall. Fine product will fall, and it gets separated through the cyclone separator, and it is being collected. And this is the additive for fortifying with the chocolate. Okay, so here we are using the nanotechnological approaches like supercritical CO2 extraction as well as spray drying technology to fortify the phytosterols for developing the chocolate. So this is the development of functional treat. We are dosing the ingredients. So you know very well the basic ingredients for preparing chocolate: cocoa butter, cocoa powder. If it is a milk chocolate, skim milk powder, then sugar. Then we can fortify with the sterol powders, spray dried phytosterol powders obtained from natural sources. That also we can fortify and add it. We can weigh meter the ingredients and then mix very well, and we can pass through the different roller refiners so that we won't get any grits. We are reducing the particle size to less than 30 microns, and we can, so that the organoleptic characteristics like gumminess, chewiness, chocolate, sensory properties may be increased. We are doing refining and quenching process by passing through the different sets of refiners for long period of time, so that we will get the fine chocolate mass, which I had shown in the the diagram, the first figure. Then we are allowing it to rest, that is tempering, then cooling. We are cutting or packing and storing the chocolate. So this is how the phytosterol rich chocolate is being manufactured. There are various phytosterol rich products which are developed and already available in the market. Currently, I want to share the existing product in the market. The yogurt which are being fortified with phytosterols, sauces, margarine, some drinks, and it is also available in the form of pills, and it is available in different brand names like Benicol, all these things. And chocolates are not at all available, so the industry people can choose this to develop the functional treat by using the phytosterols, because usually the chocolates are rich source of fat. So when we incorporate the phytosterols which are manufactured by using nanotechnological approach, okay, so that the cholesterol consumptions will be reduced to a tune of 10%. So that is the advantage of using the nanotechnology incorporated fortified phytosterol in final chocolate product. So now let us enter into the market size. So in the year 2016, 126 USD $1 million was projected, and for these are the different forms of phytosterols: beta cytosterol, cambisterol, and stigmasterol. The different, you can see the blue shade, then dark blue shade, and different blue shades, which shows the different forms of phytosterol and their market status in market. So the 2016, the market size, if we talk about the 2016, it was reached around 126 million USD, and the revenue forecasted in the year 2027 was around 1,378 million United States dollar. So there is a lot of market scope and potential for these phytosterol fortified food products. If you talk about the claims also, European Food Safety, Health Canada, and Food and Drug Administrations are permitting this phytosterol for fortifying into the food products. So there is no doubt we can come up with a very nice product. So here, as an author, I have contributed several books for the Taylor and Francis CRC in Pharma Group, and these are the books recently published from my side. Handbook of Spray Drying Applications for Food Industries, I have recently published. And flavors for nutraceutical and functional foods, here I have discussed about the encapsulation of flavor techniques, how we can encapsulate flavor, how we can prevent the degradation of flavors, and some other books to mention. I also published the application of membrane technology for food processing industries, mainly focusing towards the food processing industries. And my recent publication is in the year 2021, bioactive peptides, how the bioactive peptides are being manufactured, how we can commercially scale up these bioactive peptides. So these are my list of publications recently published, the CRC Taylor and Francis book. So if you're interested, you can go through this book, and you can also recommend it to your library, to your colleagues, to your friends, to the industries, to the companies. So thank you one and all. If you have any questions, I'm very much eager and pleasure to answer the questions. Thank you for giving me a chance to address the nanotechnological approach utilization for developing a functional treat, phytosterol enriched chocolates in this sweets and snacks event. Thank you, Ananda.